And so God is saying here that I will instruct you, I will teach you, and I will guide you with my eyes. I'll guide you with my eye. I'll guide you with my eye. I'll just show you which way to go by what I'm looking at. I'll show you. I'll let you know. I remember one time I went into a restaurant. And, they rotated the wait staff there, but this particular waitress, she wanted me to sit in her section, but she couldn't tell me which section was hers because it rotated, So I didn't know where her section was that day. And so when I walked in, she caught my eye, and she threw her eyes over to the section that was hers. She guided me with her eyes. She didn't open her mouth. She just guided me with her eyes. She showed me exactly where she wanted me to sit. She couldn't just tell me because it had been robbing from somebody else. And so she guided me, though, with her eyes. She looked over at that edge. She looked at me and she looked at the section to where to go. She said, right here. She would have done her head like that, but folks were looking at her. So she had to guide me with her eye. And so in the same way, God says, I will instruct you and teach you, and I will guide you with my eye. I will show you where I want you to go in life. I'll just glance at it. And what I see is what you'll see. God will say, when I guide you with my eye, God says, I'm going to give you a flash of what I see. That's what a vision is. It is God's perception of the way God sees it. God is saying, pow, that's the way I see it. That's for you. When God is really doing something, he's trying to guide you, you'll see somebody else up doing something. I'm glad right now for people that are watching me right live in this service. And I'm glad for those that are watching by television, those who are joining by live streaming. I'm so glad about those because there are some folks that are watching me right now. And even though Bishop Browner is standing up in the pulpit right now, God is giving you a flash of your standing up before people speaking, because it's a confirmation of the ministry that is locked up in your bosom, and God is saying, that's going to be you. Are you listening? And God will give you a vision and show you yourself. He'll show you somebody else playing sports, and you'll see yourself doing it. You'll just sort of have a mini vision. You'll lose sight of that. You'll see somebody else running a business, doing the kinds of things that you want to do in the music industry, and then you'll see your own self. Are you listening? You'll see somebody else doing a book signing, and then you'll see yourself with your own book. You'll see somebody with your own business. You'll see somebody else running a school, and you'll see yourself the leader of a school. And God will just guide you with his eye by showing you his perspective. He will make his perspective yours. He'll guide you with his eye by giving you a flash of a vision. It's God's way of saying that's for you. That's for you, that if you'll stay faithful to me, that's what waits for you down the road. God will he'll give us a flash. He doesn't play games with us, what's behind curtain number 1 and number 2 and number 3. You remember the game show, and they used to have different stuff behind the curtains? God says, I'm going to show you. I will show you what's waiting for you. What's waiting for you if you stay faithful to the process. Are you listening? If you don't become anxious, if you don't disqualify yourself by trying to get it too quickly, God says, I will show you what is waiting for you. I will show you. I will guide you with my eye. I'll guide you with my eye. God will just look over at something, and he'll guide you with his eye. Men do that. They go to a particular place, and they'll be like, man, check this girl out. There'll be 2 women, and and guys will be there, and you'll know, they can just look at him and just like, man, go on, man, that's you. They're having a whole conversation. They haven't even opened their mouth, but with their eyes, they say, man, check this out. They're having a whole conversation, guiding you with the eye. So God says, I will instruct you, I will teach you, I will guide you with my eye. I'll guide you with my eye. The word here, where he uses the word instruct and the word teach here, they're the same Hebrew word. Yada, it means aiming or controlling an arrow. Aiming or controlling an arrow in the sense of laying a foundation. Now, arrows are oftentimes referred to as our children. That's why the Bible says, blessed is the man whose quiver is full of them, full of children. These arrows are sharp children that we prepared, and then we release them, and they go into places where we don't even have to go.